Om. Welcome to Meaningful Morning. This whole week, I have asked you to commence meaningful mornings with appreciating what you have, leading up to tomorrow, which is Earth Day. Relax the body, enjoy the breath, quieten the mind, and appreciate the fundamentals that you have in your life. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. May all be joyous. And there's a very practical way to do this. If you appreciate what you have, then every day becomes Earth Day. Every day thus far, you have been alive. And the fundamental for being alive is the earth. We are with our support. In Srimad Bhagavatam's 10th section, there is a beautiful visualization of how vices are converted into values, values are converted into virtues, and then one goes beyond virtues. I'd shared that about the gopis, that Sri Krishna delighted them. They were already virtuous, but he delighted them. They became one with him. And another way to interpret this is, what's beyond virtues? Advaita, or oneness. I only need virtues in reference to you. If there's only me, I don't need any virtues. I can just be me, be infinite. In the next section of Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a chapter on Kriya Yoga. And Sri Krishna explains that Kriya Yoga is not related to the breath. It is not pranayama or any other such technique. Kriya Yoga is when one offers puja. And I'm consciously using the word offer. I find that we are quite casual with our words, which means we're casual with our thoughts. We do puja, we do japa, we do dakshina. All of this is an offering. Shri Krishna shares in this section, particularly in the 27th chapter, that within a puja, that one should offer a lamb, a diya. And he finishes these teachings, this chapter, by sharing much, much, much greater than offering a physical lamp is offering the lamp of knowledge. Offering this metaphysical lamp. And this is exactly what we've been doing for almost 1,000 mornings, particularly with chapter 12, these values you already know. It's like the lamp, a physical lamp, you know how to read steadiness, you know how to read contentment. But we are offering the lamp of knowledge to make this so clear that they're no longer values, they are virtues. Tomorrow, I have to go to a fundraiser. And I may speak, I may not speak, who knows? If I were asked to speak, what I would share at this fundraiser is, it is great to offer anna. Anna means looking after someone physically, but much, much, much greater is offering vidya. Taking care of someone metaphysically. Shri Krishna, in this 11th section of Bhagavata, becomes unmanifest. For those in our course, you're going to come across those details soon. When he does, Prince Arjuna is devastated. I'm not referencing Bhagavad Gita, I'm referencing Srimad Bhagavatam. He's devastated. But then Rishi Vyasa points out that Prince Arjuna remembers Bhagavad Gita. He remembers what Shri Krishna has shared with him, and he regains his composure and carries on with his responsibilities. You see the difference between Shri Krishna looking after him physically. Anyone can do that. But Shri Krishna looked after him forever, even when Shri Krishna wasn't there. We are experiencing the same. Prince Arjuna remembered because he was an active listener. And I was about to say learner, they're the same. If you're an active listener, you're an active learner. In our culture, the way to learn starts with Shravana. Shravana is when you listen in such a way that you understand what you're listening to. I openly share with seekers. I'm sharing with this community. Don't read and don't listen to what you don't understand. You're making a subjective science objective. I observe people have such a fascination with studying the Upanishads, studying with the Vedanta Sutras, when they don't understand it. They're only nurturing this sattvic ego. Your Shravana should be so that you understand. Manana means to reflect. This reflection should lead to remembrance, to remember the principles, to remember the message. If you don't remember, meaning when you're faced with a challenge and you're not practicing, then manana is not complete. With Prince Arjuna, it was complete, correct? He was devastated. He remembered Bhagavad Gita. He regained his balance and carried on. And nididhyasana, or contemplation, is to feel like practice. If you remember, you will practice. If you don't remember, you won't practice. Nididhyasana may start in a controlled environment with your eyes closed, but then it has to shift to all environments. To be an active listener, to be an active learner. Understand, remember, practice. In the 17th verse, we came across the 21st value, which is bhakti, depending on the divine. In the 18th verse, the 22nd value, vivarjita, which is not to depend on any, article being circumstance. We continue into verse 19. We're completing our review. Tulya nindastutir mauni santushto yena kenachit aniketastiramatihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Joy. Joy. So all on Facebook, joy. Tulya. Tulya means to make equal. Ninda and stuti, criticism and compliments. Pujaswami Tejomayananda had shared, when we interact with articles, circumstances, and particularly beings, we should be like that neutral weigh scale. When we go to the airport and we have a heavy bag, then they make us take stuff out. They make us pay more. Now, what if that scale already has 10 pounds on it? Then that's not fair. It should be at 0, or better for us, it should be in the negative to our advantage. So the word tulya and the visualization are beautiful. This is not a new value. It's similar to sama, which Shri Krishna has invested in a lot. Next is mauni. This is the 23rd value. The one who's practicing being silent. What do they do when they're silent? They engage in manana. Manana is to remember these teachings. One more insight into this. In the Veda, in Bhagavad Gita, 2 words are often used together, and that is ritam and satyam. Rita means an appreciation intellectually. Satya means an appreciation practically. First, you have to appreciate it in here, then it will convert itself to your hands, meaning how you live. Those who engage in mauna, manana, they feel this flow. Those who don't, they're stuck in their own heads. Santushta kenachit, to be content whenever, wherever, whichever. This is not a new value. A way to understand how to be content. Here's another insight. I've shared with all of you many times, more important than what is said is who is saying. Now, if we think about this, more important than what is happening to us, who made this happen to us? If you remember the who is Shri Krishna. If matters are rough in your life, that came from Shri Krishna. If matters are smooth in your life, that came from Shri Krishna. That understanding, remembrance leads to the practice of being content. And your RAD, your application from yesterday was to research Kataksha Viksha. Kataksha Viksha means side glance. Side glance. The implication of this is that Shri Krishna is always looking at you. Suppose my child was doing something here. Because I know this is my child or a child, I'm always looking at them too, even though I'm looking at you, correct? That's how Shri Krishna is with us. If you feel this kataksha viksha, how can you not be content then? Next line, aniketa. This is the 24th value. The one who has no home, which means they feel comfortable in all homes, in all contexts. A way we can practice this is to be light-footed. Very much in line with Earth Day, have a light carbon footprint, be light-footed, meaning you're not possessing all the time. That's how I train seekers who come on yatras. We're all on a Jivan Yatra. We're on this journey to joy. And if you know it, you live more aniketa. And the final value, stira matihi, or stira. In English, this means steadiness. Another reflection on this is what we are getting to experience together, not just meaningful mornings, but Sanatana Dharma, infinite nature in our face. This is the inaccessible being accessed. The inaccessible is being accessed. If you feel that, how can you not be steady? Where else will you access this? How else will you access this? But if you feel this, you will commit and never waver. This verse ends with Bhaktiman, the one who is practicing, me priyaha naraha, such a person, such a seeker is dear to me. Another word for dear is near with an N. The one who is practicing is not just in poetry dear to me, but is near to me. I was re-listening to one of our meaningful mornings on this chapter, and whenever I use the word Om, Facebook translates that to O, O-H. And I was thinking that if one feels near to Shri Krishna, it would be like, oh. And now I take us to the 20th verse, the final verse of this chapter. Just the first line, though. Requires a lot of feeling to be where we are. Ye tu dharmyamritamidam yatoktam paryupasate. Ye means who, means you. Tu, indeed, emphatically, dharma amritam idam. I had started these values referencing this word. Idam means this. This, what I just taught, is dharma amritam. It is a way of living to feel amrita, fearless, to feel oneness. Yatha uktam, I am the one who has shared this. Pari upasate, are you the one who's following this? We will explore the second line tomorrow. From inspiration to application. Your application was to research Kataksha Viksha. Shri Krishna is always looking at you. You will only know this if you look at him. And that's what we're doing. Bhagavan means the one who has all virtues in all ways. When you practice converting values to virtues, you will be seeing him looking at you. Your application for this morning is, we had commenced this chapter on March 20th. It is now April 21st, an entire month in the shortest chapter of Bhagavad Gita. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about the trust triangle? And express this. A form of surrender is where you're vulnerable. You express this, especially towards our earth. Earth Day should be every day. Plant trees, fund the planting of trees recklessly. The way we live recklessly, we should be the opposite recklessly. We will celebrate the completion of this chapter, this section, and Earth Day together this weekend. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.